Ley Vera is an upcoming singer from Toronto with connections to Guelph. We spoke with her on Zoom, but before we check in, let's take a peek at her music video for the song Red Flag.
Don't want you at your knees telling me that I'm the one. Cause sorry doesn't feel the grave that you dug for yourself. I still don't have the patience, boy, go lie to someone else. There was a reason I felt uneasy. All these reflects I didn't believe it. You said you loved me but didn't mean it. I put my trust in you, guess I tested my luck with you. There was a reason I felt uneasy.
So you have your first music video. It was just released a couple months ago. So
Yeah,
tell me about the song Red Flag.
red flag. So red flag was about, it's not about my relationship. It's about a relationship that's like super toxic and like just gone bad kind of. And it's like the message I wanted to get out about the song was kind of like empowerment and the fact that you don't need a significant other for like validation. But in the music video, the main character, the girl, so she has a lot of mixed feelings about the relationship. Like she doesn't know if she should leave or stay because love is blinding. So she obviously loves the guy. There's so many like bad things he's doing to her, like cheating and just like being unloyal and all this stuff. And then by the end of the relationship or the music video, sorry, she leaves. And like that's just like the message. Don't stay if you don't want to, just leave.
Is there any base for a real relationship in that song, or is it all pure fiction?
No, it's a real relationship. True
So,
story, based on a true story.
but not your story.
Nope.
So I'm sure you've experienced your own experiences, maybe not as bad as this one.
Yes, I'm thankful they weren't as bad as this one, but I have.
So describe the red flags that you sing about and why you selected those certain ones for the song.
Um, well, like the story or the relationship that I based it off of had all these red flags. Like the first line of the song is we went from lying in my bed to lying straight up to my face. So it's like from being so close to like having that person there all the time to becoming distant and like having to tell these lies and stuff like that. So that's a red flag right there if you're not being truthful. And then other ones are just like, texting other girls and like not telling me about it. Just cheating in general, just being unfaithful and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, just anything in a relationship that could go bad, hopefully is in that song.
It's a pretty dark and emotional video, especially the scene with the chair.
Yes.
Uh, that's such a creepy room. It looks like it's the set of Saw. So where did you film
Yeah,
most of this
right?
video?
Oh my gosh. The first part of the video was at this like sketchy motel in Kitchener. It was like, I think it was like $50 for the room for a night, and it smelled so bad. It was just gross, right? And I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what we're going for. So we booked the room, shot like the beginning and the end there. And I think the first day we shot for like 15 hours straight. Like we got there like 2 in the afternoon and left at like 6 in the morning. It was like it's crazy long. That was my first video shoot too. And then the next day, this was like we shot it in October. It was on like Halloween weekend, and it was already cold by then. So the next day we go to this farm, which is like where the car scene is and where like the saw room scene is. It was freezing cold because it was like nighttime by then too. But we spent like 6 or 7 hours shooting out there too, and we'd all take turns like going back to the car, putting our mittens on and stuff like that because it was just so cold. And I felt bad because my boyfriend was the one, like the male actress in the video, and he had to take his shoes off for one of the scenes. So every time we'd like cut, we'd go put his shoes back on and cover him with like a bunch of blankets and stuff like that. I felt so bad.
So how much input did you have in the video, and why did you choose the director you did?
Sadia, she's related to one of the producers that I work with. And he reached out and was like, hey, like I have somebody who like want to shoot a video for you. So I'm like, okay, bet. Like I haven't shot a video before. And she seems super cool, so let's do it. So I sent her the song and like we just Zoom call all the time and kind of figure out like what concepts we're going for and stuff like that. And then she was the one who really put it all together. She came up with like the storyboard, had like all like the little pictures drawn out and everything like that for like scene by scene, by shot, everything. And she was the creator, I guess. Like she did an amazing job. I didn't expect it to go this well for my first video. I was blown away.
With a female director, it was probably easier to do like the shower scenes and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. She's super nice. Made me feel so comfortable. Yeah, couldn't ask for a better producer or director. Sorry.
So compare Red Flag to your other songs. The production sounds a bit bigger this time.
Yeah, my other songs. So I started off with like trap pop, which is like super like upbeat and stuff like that, and then I got into like more Daniel Caesar-ish, like solely R&B, and then Red Flag. Red Flag, a song that I used to reference is Did You Mean It by Sydney Renee. It's just a song off SoundCloud that I found. And it's super like R&B, like Summer Walker, Queen Naja, about like relationships. And I was like, oh, this is like a cool beat to, kind of get this story out with. And it's a lot different from my other music because I was so like confrontational, I guess, in the lyrics for this song, out of my comfort zone, but I'm glad I did it.
Before I move on to talking about some of the older songs, I see a piano or a keyboard there.
Yes.
You want to play just a little bit of Red Flag?
I can't actually. I'm actually at the studio. So this is
Oh.
this is the studio here. This is the keyboard, the speakers and everything. It's just for show right now. It's still a work in progress. We don't have a booth up or anything yet, but
Okay, no worries. So tell me about Best Mistake.
best mistake. I wrote best mistake during the first lockdown. And I heard the guitar loop and I was like, wow, this is really pretty. So I was like, let's write a really sad song to it because it's such a happy like melody. So let's write some really depressing lyrics to it. So I wrote it about quarantine actually, like just about being like stuck inside in this one spot. Like your days are just repeating on and on. And the course is kind of about like finding something to get your mind off of it, like finding somebody to talk to about it and stuff like that. But the beginning, it's about how did it start? I feel like I'm stuck in my own head. I can't leave my own bed. So it's like literally just being depressed in quarantine. You can't do anything. And that's what the first verse is about. And then the second verse is it's about TikTok actually, because that's like when the app started blowing up. And I found that TikTok really messed with like my image and like my body image and like my self-esteem and stuff like that. Cause I'd see all these like super pretty girls and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, why don't I look like that? So the second verse is kind of about that because I know a lot of people went through the same thing too, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to let people know that it's okay to feel like that, you know. Social media isn't what it seems.
No, TikTok and Instagram, especially because it's very visual and
Yeah,
it's almost impossible to live up to those images.
exactly. Like social media, it highlights the best parts of your life, and like you only highlight those parts. Like people don't know all the other stuff you're going through or like what you really look like, you know?
So tell me about the song Forfeit.
Forfeit. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that song. That's an old song. I recorded that like 2 years ago, I think. Yeah. What did I write it about? I think I wrote it about like just like leaving a relationship because you're just tired of it. But that was back when I was doing like more trap pop, so I'd say like Ariana Grande style kind of. So it's like upbeat, but it's still like poppy R&B kind of. It was really fun to do, that's for sure. But Forfeit was the first song that I like properly promoted and stuff like that, so it got decent streams on Spotify and Apple Music. But funny story about that song actually. I think it was like, when was it? May. I dropped the song, but I uploaded the wrong version, so it was missing like the second half of it. And like the night it dropped and everything like that, everybody was like, "Oh, like the song's so good." And then my dad calls me. He's like, "I think you uploaded the wrong version." I'm like, "Oh, you're so funny. Like, don't joke about this right now." And he's like, "No, like I'm being serious." So I go listen to it. It's missing the second verse, and I start freaking out. So I have to like take it off all platforms and stuff like that. You know the drill. But then after that, I kind of like set my foot down, and I was like, I'm gonna properly promote it. I'm gonna get the streams that I deserve, and then I did. So it's kind of a good thing that it happened. You really do learn from your mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. So there's also Space.
Yes, Space. Space is the first feature I released. So Space, I wrote it when I was in Indonesia. So oh my gosh, no, 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, time flies. But 2 years ago, I was in Indonesia for 4 months. And I was at this like pool and I was like, wow, this is a really pretty beat. So I just started writing, sitting by the pool. It's a great scene. Wish I could go back, honestly. But I wrote it about needing space in a relationship because it just like doesn't work anymore. Like it's like time to give up, kind of, and it's like a mutual thing. So like my verse is about, like I just need space. It's not working anymore. I hope you feel the same way, kind of. And then the feature on it, Jay Isaiah, he comes in saying like the same thing, like wish it could have worked out, but like it didn't. So it is what it is.
Indonesian, is that part of your background?
Yeah, I'm half Indonesian, half like Polish, Finnish, Ukrainian, all that stuff. But I was born there, and I was just back home visiting family.
I think we're all half something, right?
Yeah, right.
So tell me about that and how that background fits into your music. And you must want to become, the like there are some Asian artists that are starting to climb up and really boost the Asian community. So you probably would love to have, that Indonesian vibe.
I would love to. I got the chance to I don't know if you know who Bim Bim Slank is, but he's like a super big artist in Indonesia. It's like their version of Kiss here, basically. And my mom's friends with them, so we got the chance to go to like one of their concerts and like meet them and stuff like that. And like the crowd there, it's just love. It's just all love, and it's so cool to be able to like see that, you know. But yeah, being Asian in the industry, being half Asian in the industry is kind of annoying because people don't really realize I'm Asian because I don't necessarily look it all the time. Like they guess and they're like, oh, Latina or like, something else. But I feel like if people were to realize I was Asian, it'd help a bit. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that still, I guess. But yeah, there's not a lot of big Asian artists in the music industry. I know Janae Aiko, she's part Japanese, I'm pretty sure. So she's somebody that I really do look up to. But yeah.
I'm actually a fan of Tyler Shaw, and
Tyler Shaw.
he's extremely proud of his heritage, and it's working really well for him.
What's his background?
His background is Chinese.
Chinese? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. He's Canadian,
so,
right?
So he's done really well with bringing that out front, but still keeping it very commercial.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's what I need to figure out. I need to figure out that balance, just get it out there, but don't be annoying about it, I guess.
I'll have to check out that band because I'm actually a big Kiss fan. So
Okay.
on our current magazine, we actually have Paul Stanley from Kiss on the cover. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so I'll have to check it out and see what they're like.
Yeah, of course.
Will all this music end up on an EP or an album at some point?
Yes, I'm actually working on an EP right now, working towards one, hopefully by the end of the year. I don't want to make any promises, but yeah, 5 or 6 songs just to get to know me a bit better.
So you started the year before the pandemic hit, so you haven't had a lot of time to get out and promote the music at all.
No.
That must be kind of depressing in a sense because you're ready, you're gung-ho to do this, and then this happens. Are there plans once things get a bit better?
Yes, lots and lots of plans. Before the pandemic, honestly, I'm kind of glad it happened in a way because it really it was like a reality check. I'm like, oh, like I need to really work on this music thing because I was like working a lot, going out a lot, wasn't like taking it seriously. And like quarantine kind of just like put me in my place, I guess. And I was like, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna do it. But before COVID and everything, my friends and I had plans to like go to LA, go to all these places and stuff like that, just to like get out there, connect, like, network and all that stuff. But as of right now, I have a few virtual shows and stuff like that I'm working on. And then after that, hopefully when the pandemic is over, I can go to LA like I was planning to, go back to Indonesia like I was planning to as well. But yeah, we'll just see where it goes from here.
So tell me about your nomination with the Toronto Arts Foundation's Emerging Arts Award. What does that mean to you?
Well, when I got the email and I was like in shock. I was like, I think they might have emailed the wrong person or something like that. But I was so happy to see that. I was like, wow, like people really noticed me, I guess. And that was like the first time I like realized that. And it's just, all the hard work is starting to pay off. And this is just the beginning. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself. I don't say that often, but I'm really proud of myself.
So I want to talk a tiny bit about Kitchener. So tell me how Kitchener sort of influenced you and shaped you as a musician and a person.
Honestly, I've been living in Kitchener for like almost 2 years now. I was born in Indonesia, lived in Markham for a bit, and then I like spent most of my childhood in this really small town, which honestly sucked. And it was like predominantly white people, and it was one of those towns where like if you weren't white, they're gonna treat you different, But that definitely shaped my personality. Lots of character development there. And then finally my family decided to move to Kitchener. And that's, I made a lot of friends. I got a great job. great producers to work with, great studio. It's honestly just been really great since I moved here, and I don't have any complaints.
Thanks to Ley for chatting with us. Check out the full video for Red Flag on YouTube. That's all we have for you this time. We'll see you soon.